Alright, I have an iPhone 6s here with no touch, and here's what we found so far. Generally speaking, you normally just check the touch lines on the connector, and if we go to the ZXW tools here, when we bring it up, I'll show you some of the display lines that are, or the touch lines that are required for touch to work on this thing. So we have PP1V8 touch is the top left button. Okay, that's required for touch. And then the bottom ones here, generally I think I go with about first 7. So these are all required for touch right here. So basically you just kind of go down the line here and look for, just check diode mode. Make sure you're getting a reading on almost all these. So it actually goes to 8. Goes to 8. So the touch lines go to 8. Alright, so just measure diode mode in 8 lines, and here's what we found on this one. We checked the 7th one, which is AP to LCM. What is it? 7th one is, I'm sorry, 7th one is AP to touch reset con L, and we are getting OL for that. Okay, so if we trace this line right here, we get over to the connector over here, and we can check this filter here, which leads to the CPU, right? So it was also OL over here. So you're initially thinking probably dead CPU line, right? But not so simple. We have long screw damage on iPhone 6s here, and essentially we're going to go to ZXW tools here, and they actually have a screw holes break on the 6s, and we'll show you which lines are affected here. I think I had one of these, I don't know, 5-6 months ago, and I couldn't solve it. I just assumed that it was a CPU problem, but it was actually long screw damage, which was the underlying issue. Okay, so here you go with AP to touch reset L, and then you have probably a bad Wi-Fi issue, Wi-Fi line as well. Okay, so looking at the logic board here, I'm gonna try to drill down. You can barely see it, but there's actually 2 points here, and 1 point right here and 1 point right here, and the top line is the Wi-Fi line, and then the bottom line is the touch line. So I'm assuming that if we connect this to this, then we'll get a working phone, working touch. And then if we connect this to this, then the Wi-Fi will work as well. But I'm not certain about that. Okay. So we can check diode mode on these 2 points here. These are the 2 points which connect to the this one goes. They both go to the CPU, I believe, and then this one also goes to the Wi-Fi chip. Or I'm sorry, this side goes to the Wi-Fi chip. So diode mode here is 0.468, and this side is 0.469. Okay, and on a known working board here, we get this as, I think it's 0.50. Okay, so they're not quite the same. Why is that? I'm not exactly sure at this point, because the only chip that this point goes to is the CPU. So I don't know why. Maybe this filter or something like that, but that's a pretty large difference right there. Voltage drop. So anyways, I think first step is to connect this line to this line, and then this line to this line, and see what happens. Or we can probably do one line at a time, just to see if this kills Wi-Fi. That way we'll know that if a phone comes in with no Wi-Fi on a 6s, then we can probably safely assume that it's probably this. That's, especially if it's happened after a screen repair. Okay, I'm actually not going to do this repair. Sanjeev is going to do it. So he's going to be scrutinized. I don't know how we're going to get video of this, because he doesn't have a camera on his side. But maybe we'll show it after after the repair has been completed with the two traces. All right. So we'll be back. All right. So here is the final fix right here for the iPhone 6s no touch. Let me just double check this wire here. So we basically just connected from the point to this side, and then the point. That's pretty solid. Okay, they're both pretty solid. So we didn't have a passcode, so we couldn't test it, but I can assure you that the touch works. And we're getting diode mode on the 7th pin right here, and we're getting diode mode from there too. So I'm just going to assume that everything works now. So there you go, iPhone 6s, long screw damage, no touch, and possibly no Wi-Fi. We weren't able to test it though, so there you go.